Hi everybody, Rad Mom here. Welcome back to The Garden, where we do feminism from a materialist perspective, and check it out! I like it. I think it drapes really nice, and it's finally cool enough out here that I'm not burning up wearing it, so get yourself one, get one for a friend. They make great gifts. The holidays are coming up, and I'm just trying to raise a little bit of money off the work that I do so I can start to save up to get out of my mother-in-law's house. So, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for tuning in, because today we just got something real quick. I've actually commented on this before. I had a video pop pretty big actually a few weeks ago about a bread tuber who is just making shit up. Basic shit, you know, shit from high school English class. It was just so stupid. I had to yell into the ether about it. Because again, I'm a nerd, so maybe it's just me, but if I don't know how to pronounce something, I'm not going to put it in my script before I look it the fuck up. King Critical has recently done a very long and in-depth series picking apart the work of someone called Kalyn Conrad, who I was not familiar with before this because I'm not really, I don't follow queer apologists. So yeah, he was a new one for me. In the best possible way, Casey really kind of made something out of nothing because there was really not a whole lot there. But he was picking on us, the gender criticals and the rad femmes, so, you know, someone should probably respond to that, and I think Casey did a great job. Thank you. And watching the latest video, which was sort of a shorter compilation of some of the bigger hits from the series, there was a whole bunch of just really simple linguistic mistakes all in a row. And it just reminded me of Mr. Leftist Cook over there, who we talked to a few weeks ago, who doesn't know what the fuck a framing device is, or what the word prestige means. But if you don't know King Critical, here's King Critical.
If you're going to characterize women as racist for focusing on women's issues over racial issues, then are environmentalists racist for focusing on environmental issues over racial issues? This is why intelligent people who actually want political discourse to be productive understand that not every single person is going to put maximum focus on whatever they consider to be the most important issue.
Not bad, right? I mean, he's a guy, but we'll forgive him. The more that I do start to take in some of this weird kind of queer apologist stuff, the more I start to notice that these people, not only do they not know what they're talking about, they don't really know how to talk. It's becoming more and more strange to me that some of the biggest and loudest proponents of this stuff are like academics, because the adherents of this are so unacademic themselves, they don't know how to pronounce the word rhetoric.
The hatred of heterosexual white women is out of control. The current woke rhetoric is unbearable.
And I know that these may feel like nitpicks, but the devil is in the details, right? Just keep noticing these same silly mistakes.
I think multiculturalism is impossible because religions are mostly used to control women.
This one leaves out an entire syllable. Multiculturalism is not the easiest word to say, but supposedly we're narrating for something important here. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't think they know what the word multiculturalism means, but either they don't know how to pronounce it or they don't care to be precise. Either way, it tells you a lot, I think, about who we're dealing with.
Megan Murphy took the time to write a post about how she disliked how the media was framing the situation, lamenting about how most people wanted to celebrate Canada Day, but the Prime Minister bowed down to hashtags that condemned celebrating a country that would do this.
Lament. The word is to lament. I thought this one was pretty common actually, but apparently Kalyn's not familiar with it because he just said lament, like laminate, I guess. I didn't know. But Kalyn, honey, there's this thing called a dictionary, which will tell you, and now they'll play you an audio file of how to pronounce words. I encourage you, please, if you don't know a word, look it up. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what the dictionary is for, honey. And just in case anybody missed it, I brought back Mr. Leftist Cook over here with the purple hair to remind us just how little he paid attention in English class, because this is just amazing to me.
Video essays are quite postmodern, aren't they? They're full of references and self-reference, and they reject grand narratives. A typical trick of the contemporary video essay prologue, developed from documentary, debate, lecture, and podcast, is a thing called... well, actually, it doesn't seem to have a name. At least I couldn't find one.
Where exactly did you look? I'm genuinely curious. What sort of research did you do? for this essay of yours about essays.
It's a specific type of prologue wherein a seemingly entirely unexpected and different story is being told briefly, and that story's conclusion will have a prestige, a surprising turn that actually draws us right up to the story that the thumbnail and title promise.
Suffice it to say, I don't think that's what that word means. Prestige is like eminence, where you're well known in a good way. That's what prestige is. You can't just say, as illusionists use it and have that magically become the definition of the word. I've never heard this. I've never heard it used this way, but I've never seen that movie, so, you know. And these are the people who want us to take them seriously when we're forging into this brave new world of gender identity and whatever, where everyone can be anything. These are the people who are going to lead the charge. Personally, I'm skeptical about their abilities for various reasons, not the least of which being their slapdash use of their native language. All right? I'm not going to sit here and make fun of somebody for their vocabulary. I'm not going to sit here and make fun of somebody for their word choices. But if you choose it, you should know it. The fact that they feel okay submitting things that wouldn't get past a sophomore English teacher does not inspire great confidence in their intellectual abilities. So why in the world are we going to trust these people to be thought leaders in the brave new frontier of the future? I'm not. I just wanted to add a little bit to Casey's analysis. I feel like this is kind of the elephant in the room. I feel like we may be watching the Dunning-Kruger effect, in effect, because these folks seem very convinced of their rightness and they don't even know how to pronounce the words that they're using. Not only do I not think that we should engage seriously with any of these people's arguments, I'm not sure we should engage seriously with any of these people, because they're not serious people. Really did enjoy watching King Critical make fun of him and rip his sloppy video apart. And that's the way that I think we should treat them. We should treat them as silly as they are, basically, because these are not serious people. These are not serious ideas. It's easy to forget that, especially these days with how ubiquitous and mainstream they are, but they are not good ideas. They certainly don't hold up to the scrutiny of material reality, do they? Which is why we are going to stay here in the garden doing feminism from a materialist perspective until, well, until such time as it isn't necessary anymore, I guess. And then we'll get to talk about something else. Until then, I've been Rad Mom, and thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah. Thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, share it around. We're trying to drum up the numbers and monetize the channel so that I can get my own home. And then there will just be more and more amazing content for y'all. So it's really a win-win. And of course, feminism desperately needs to be dragged kicking and screaming back to the real world, whether it likes it or not. So I will see y'all next time. Bye.